Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Ruben and the Wombat. It has been a year.
And strangely enough, we don't have a special guest this time.
Yeah,
It's kind of a bummer.
shows how popular we've been getting.
Excuse you, I'm fucking popular as hell. Fuck you.
Let you believe that. All right.
So what have we missed since the last time we recorded?
Well, if you let my head back in the frame, maybe I can actually
I mean,
speak.
excuse you, this is Ruben and the Wombat. You were like the sidekick here. This show is clearly all about me.
Mm-hmm. Well, what you have missed that many people have failed to realize is that this year has been really shitty.
For you, maybe.
No, I just mean like shitty in general.
Oh, yeah, there's some shit going on, man. There's been some... It's just...
Like I'm sure I'm one of the people that wants 2015 to be over.
No, I'm good with 2015 staying right where it is.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Oh
my God, stop fucking lying!
Always lying too.
Oh gosh, had to be done.
But 2015 hasn't been that bad a year for me, honestly. I mean, like I've had, it's just one of those wacky Six Flags rides that just like it stays up for a while and then it goes down for a while and up and down, and then you got the little loop-de-loop. I can speak English. English is a language that I speak. Vete la mierda, pendejo.
God damn it. I don't speak that Spanish. Well, since we heard about Ruben, mine has been meh. I mean, it's been all right. It's been a steady, and then it dipped real low, very low to the point where we just didn't want to do podcasts for a while. And then it went back up, and it was too high to do podcasts. And
You were too high to do podcasts.
Hey, I don't condone using drugs at all.
Do as he says, not as he does.
Do as I not as I do, but seriously, I haven't done drugs.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Just because I go out doesn't mean I don't
Oh my
drugs.
God! Stop fucking lying!
Just because I go out doesn't mean I do drugs. I really don't. Anyway, but it's just been up, down, loop-de-loops. I had a relationship for a little bit. Ended it.
I have a relationship.
You have a relationship that's still going.
Yeah, go me.
Go you.
It's probably like the chillest relationship on the planet.
I mean,
I'm not bragging you while you're in like your moment of despair. But
yeah, I mean, like I said, you've been in this relationship for a while, so I mean, this has been, it's good that it's going the way it is. Y'all have passed all the hurdles that most couples
Oh, it's working.
face. Oh, wonderful. We're doing this agenda as we go.
We actually prepared ahead of time for this. I mean, it was like maybe 10 minutes, but ahead of time. But we tried, guys. We tried.
We were really trying. So, besides what's been going on with us, what's been going on in the world? Well, what's been going on with the world is world's gone
to shit.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad in the world, and for those of you who are watching this, y'all know obviously what went down recently.
But see, like,
days.
here's the thing that's getting to me though, is that like there's a lot of people, like everybody's got like the Paris flags and set up on their Facebook and whatever, but like everybody's focused on Paris. Nobody wants to like talk about what happened in Nigeria. Nobody wants to happen like what was the other country? Was it Lebanon or Syria?
It was Kenya.
Kenya. That's what I meant.
But that's the thing.
I'm sorry.
The people were talking.
I'm gonna get so much shit.
Like, no, you're not. Like, here's the thing that they actually spoke about, because my friend actually spoke out against the people that were like, "Oh, you should support Kenya." What happened in Kenya happened 6 months before.
Right. Yeah, no, I was referring to Nigeria. No, Kenya.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at African countries, guys. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
He's from Latin America. That's obvious.
you probably like couldn't tell like what countries are near mine.
I mean, I probably could. I know Panama? Maybe.
Case in point, I'm from Nicaragua, guys. I'm from Nicaragua. Panama, the order goes Mexico, Mexico, Guatemala, and Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and then Panama.
Okay, well, that was close. I know some countries in Latin America. I'm culturally sensitive.
I try to be. I really try to be. The worst part is that, like, I'm not even white. I shouldn't be this ignorant.
Well, that's expensive how this podcast is going. And that's what you're going to get for the rest of this show. Now, to go back as we were talking, like I said, a lot of stuff that's been going on, like, a lot of bad shit happened Friday the 13th. Paris, Japan got hit with an earthquake. Mexico got hit with an earthquake. I think it was Mexico. It's probably Mexico.
I didn't know about the earthquakes.
There were 2 earthquakes that happened, and they were actually really strong.
Yeah, I heard about some sinkholes that happened. I don't remember where those were.
I know there were sinkholes and such. I mean, it's been pretty bad. Mexico experienced its first Category 5 hurricane.
Oh, dude, that was
That's
shitty.
super hurricane.
That was...
Were you in Nicaragua when it hit?
No.
Oh, right. We were back in school.
Yeah, we were like...
I'm a dirt.
Past midterms when that happened.
Holy shit. That explains how fast this year's been going, too. Dear God. This, like I said, because we're still in school, by the way. I'm a junior. I think you're a senior now?
I'm going to be a senior next semester.
He's going to be a senior next semester. He's leaving me.
You're leaving me, bitch. You're going to Disney. Fuck you.
I am going to
This
Disney.
motherfucker's going to Disney for a whole semester.
Mm-hmm. I got accepted into Disney College internship, so I get to work in Disney and, make that guap.
Fucking bitch.
Make that Disney guap. Hit on all the pretty Florida girls.
And have all of them walk away from you.
Yes. Have that rejection hit.
Hit on all of them, and then they all call me somehow.
Just be like, hi, I'm Nick. This is my friend Ruben. And then they all contact you.
Yep. I didn't even give them my number. It's like all of a sudden my phone starts blowing up. Like, oh, hello. Oh, I have a new message. Hold on.
All right.
Give me a second here.
Well, going on to explain everything that's been going on with the world, we're just going to touch really quick on the gaming industry. For a specific reason. There has been a lot of uprising. I'm going to talk about a game that was a good uprising and a game that had a bad uprising. Good uprising was a game that was choice-based called Until Dawn.
Until Dawn?
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn. I can't. I speak. I do English good.
My target doesn't sell Until Dawn. I mean, it I think it does, but like it wasn't in stock the last time I checked.
Well, Until Dawn is a game that came out for PlayStation 4. It was a PlayStation 4 exclusive game. That's why I'm kind of ticked off about the fact, because it could have sold so well on PC and it could have sold so well on Xbox, but no, Sony had to be a bitch. So
I think it might have been because of the QTEs.
No, because even Microsoft games do QTEs.
Yeah,
Castlevania 2, Lords of Shadows. Here's the thing, though. It was a game that was entirely movie-based. Like, there was some gameplay, so there was a game. There was an implied failure state.
The subtitle is the Butterfly Effect the game, right?
Yeah, Butterfly Effect the game. Anyway, your choices actually did matter in this game. So no matter what you did, your choices actually did matter. And
it affected your relationships with other characters. It affected what happened later on in the story, and it actually affected what other choices you might have to make later on.
Like the only choice,
and it like above all else, it determined who lives and who dies, because there's like an 8-person cast of like people that you control.
What I really liked about it was in the beginning, you didn't have a choice. Like I said, I mean, well, in the beginning you did have a choice, but both the 2 characters in the beginning had to die in order for the story to progress. And then the game lets you know from now on, every choice you make will affect the game. At least the game lets you know, hey, you didn't have a choice.
It doesn't just like throw you into it, like, hey, guess what? Everything you do has consequences.
Now, like I said, and that's how the game
that's
starts.
Life. That's a thing called life, sir.
And I mean, game gets really dark really quick. It's just it's
It's spoopy.
it's spoopy. It's a great game. A lot of YouTubers played it. Y'all should go watch the YouTubers play it. That
Like
was a lot of
everyone
fun.
and their mother played that game, dude.
I think the best playthrough I had to say, in my opinion, was Scary Game Squad, which is run by Jesse Cox, because it was one of those games where they were giving out theories the entire time, and it just got completely hilarious because they were doing it drunk. So it got really funny really fast. So
like I've seen like 4 different YouTubers play, and I think my favorite one out of the 4 was Jacksepticeye. Because I watched PewDiePie, I watched Markiplier, I watched MatPat from Game Theory.
I did watch Markiplier's. I can't sit through PewDiePie. I'm sorry.
And I watched Jacksepticeye, and I think Jacksepticeye was my favorite.
I think my favorite from the Markiplier thing was give me a piece of that Kit Kat bar, and then the woman gets pulled through a window, and he feels really bad for saying that afterwards. But now, moving on for a bad game where your choices affect the gameplay. Something was recently released from Telltale Games called Minecraft Story Mode. And for those of you that know all about Minecraft Story Mode, Minecraft Story Mode was released by Telltale, and it wasn't Minecraft. It was Minecraft theme, and it created a story mode. They did it with Mojang. They used the Mojang skins and stuff like that, and they made a game that was centered all around the Ender Dragon and an actual story mode for Minecraft. And Telltale makes really good games. They made Game of Thrones. They made The Walking Dead, which is based on the, I guess, graphic novel-ish. It was a graphic novel style. They made The Wolf Among Us, which was all fairy tales. That was freaking cool. What the main concern that made me really salty about it, and that made all other YouTubers salty about it, was the people that bought this Minecraft story mode were people who played Minecraft. And their biggest thing that they had about it, and their biggest complaint was, this isn't Minecraft, you can't even build a house.
I actually don't know anything about this.
As soon as I heard about this on another podcast I listened to, I kind of wanted to punch a wall. Because people are stupid. But enough about that. We're going to be going on now to...
oh, God damn it.
a section that I'm going to let Ruben take over the most. It's music and movie news.
Alright, so let's start with music right now. So, Panic! The Disco. Let's talk about that for a second. They've got their new album set for January. I'm not entirely sure what the day is, but they've got a new album coming out called Death of a Bachelor. It's coming out in January of 2016. I'm excited as fuck.
I think it's January 4th.
January 4th? Is that what it is? Okay.
I think it's because that Monday.
Well, if you don't see, you're not gonna see me. But if anyone who knows me doesn't see me on January 4th, it's because I'm locked in my room jacking off.
At least you're honest.
And
we're just gonna give a quick critique of the 2 songs that came out.
No, there's been 4 songs that came out.
Well,
there was Hallelujah, there was Death of a Bachelor, there was Victorious, and there was Emperor's New Clothes. Brendan's been spewing this shit out of his ass.
Well, I mean, personally, in my opinion, I really, really like Emperor's New Clothes.
Emperor's New Clothes is my shit, man.
I
really love that song.
I love how it starts in the beginning with just a retouch at This Is Gospel.
Oh yeah, you're referring to the video. Yeah, no. If you guys haven't seen the music video for Emperor's New Clothes, it's incredible. Possibly my favorite music video ever. Go check it out.
I just saw Victorious today for the first time.
Yeah, that video came out about a week ago.
Yeah. No,
I think it actually came out this weekend.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Well, all I'm gonna say about that video is, if I could go into my room with half-naked ladies, and confetti coming down, and people giving me $1 million, and me playing dodgeball and getting pelted with balls, and then a pretty sexy lady coming to pick me up, I would be okay with that lifestyle.
So basically a Saturday for me.
Oh. You are so full of yourself.
I'm
And full of shit. Uh, I mean, as far as that, I mean, Fallout Boy's been pushing out some great new stuff.
No, wait, no, they haven't. I know they've like been coming out with like remixes of songs off of their new album with like other. They came out with remixes featuring who was it? Was it Wiz Khalifa? They came out with a remix of Irresistible featuring Demi Lovato, which is probably the only one I've listened to because I don't know any of the other artists they recorded with. Yeah, but that's all Fall Out Boy's been doing. Bieber's back. A moment of silence, please.
I mean, we keep it moving. It's been a bad day for the industry that Bieber's back.
I mean, like, apparently he's been trying to clean up his act ever since, like, everything. You know, he, like, gave his, like, public apologies and, friggin'...
I mean, he was roasted.
Yeah, that was apparently, like, his... I don't know if this is all just, like, one big PR stunt. Like, I don't know what to think about Bieber at this point. Like, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but, like, quite honestly...
I mean, I don't know, maybe he's just like, yeah, enough of this bullshit.
I mean, maybe he's actually growing up, but at the same time, I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I mean, I've hit that phase now where, I mean, I like certain music, but I'm more focused on the EDM scene for a reason.
Oh, Elton John came out with a new song earlier.
Oh, that's
Looking
awesome.
Up. Elton, Looking Up by Elton John. I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see he's still on the map.
Why is One Direction still a thing?
Because one of them left and now everybody's throwing a fit about it. So PR.
I mean, he openly said in an interview, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to have a normal life.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean the other ones are like, yeah, I agree with you. We're all just gonna like go our separate ways and live. No, fuck, no. If you were in a group and one person was like, I'm not gonna do this anymore, guys. Bye. Like, what would you do about that?
Sounds like Backstreet Boys.
No, Backstreet Boys all went off and did their own thing. It's not that they tried to live normal lives.
Wait, then who was that one? Was that NSYNC that did that?
I feel like what happened with NSYNC is that like their manager pulled Justin aside and was like, all right, you're gonna ride this out for 2, maybe 3 years, and then you're just gonna like bail.
Oh wow. Okay. Moving on now to movies.
Movies. What? Some new movies that came out. Like, I personally want to talk about Scorch Trials, but that was a few months ago. Because I haven't seen Scorch Trials yet. Like, I'm so disappointed in myself.
I can
like,
talk about Bridge of Spies, the new Steven Spielberg.
You go
Tom
ahead.
Hanks.
I'm probably never gonna watch it.
I love Bridge of Spies. That is a movie based on the Cold War with Tom Hanks, and it is just so good. It was sadly the last movie I saw before my end of my relationship. But just to talk about it, Bridge of Spies. It's a really great movie. If you have a chance to go see it because this movie has everything you could think of. It's more of a psychological drama. I mean, like you said, you know, the lawyer, an insurance lawyer, is then forced to represent this Russian spy, and then an American spy gets caught, and it's just all... He has to go to East Berlin where the wall's being put up, and then you see the death alley, or death row as they call it, the in between East and West Berlin, and you can actually like see the difference between East and West, and it's portrayed very well, and I just love that. I love that kind of movies in general. Like, it's a really great movie. I don't want to spoil it. Just go watch it. It is a fantastic movie. Okay, what do you want to talk about?
No, like, I think what we all really want to know about right now is the Peanuts movie.
Oh, God. It's a movie based on the show The Peanuts.
It's a comic book, you half a meatball.
Well, there is actually a TV show.
That was based on the comic.
That was based on the comics.
I actually don't know anything about like what's supposed to go on with this movie. When I originally heard about it, I thought it was supposed to be live action. But then, like, how are you gonna get like a small child to play Charlie Brown? Like, you can't find a kid that bald.
They somehow did it for Last Airbender.
Um.
Let's talk about the new James Bond movie.
Oh, Spectre. I don't understand why. Because like in an interview like way back, I think I was still in like middle or I was in like middle or high school. There was an interview that came out that said like Daniel Craig's like fucking done with being James Bond.
This is his last Bond movie. He said this is his last Bond movie. He did Casino Royale, he did Quantum of Solace, he did Skyfall, and then they just released Spectre, which is the conclusion because they touched on Spectre. I think they touched on Spectre a little bit in Skyfall, but like it's been so long. I'm probably gonna have to watch the Bond movie again before I go see this one.
Like,
But
I've actually only seen Casino Royale, but then like I remember him saying like, yeah, I don't like being James Bond. Like I'm just writing out this contract and then I'm gone.
all right, well, that's what's going on. Before we touch on Hunger Games, I do want to say one thing.
We're not going to touch on Hunger Games. We're not going to fucking touch on Hunger Games because like we're going to do Ruben's Salty Surprise later on. Like if we get on Hunger Games, that's what that segment's going to be about.
Wonderful. Okay. One final thing before we do get to Ruben's Salty Surprise.
Okay, can we talk about the night before?
We will after I do my little thing. So BlizzCon was 2 weekends ago, and they showed the Warcraft movie. For those of you that are aware, it's not World of Warcraft. It's not based on World of Warcraft. All that lore is all kinds of fucked up ever since Legion's coming out. But what I want to touch on is the fact that Warcraft is based on the game that came out 20 years ago. You should really go see it. The people, just to talk about, I do agree with what all the people were thinking. The people who play the humans are done very well, but then when you play the orcs and it's CGI, I can understand why some people would be a little upset about that. But in my opinion, I thoroughly enjoy the Warcraft trailer. I think it's going to be a good movie, and I'm going to go see it. That's all I can say. I think it's going to be a great movie. Okay.
Okay. So the night before, I'm not particularly a huge fan of Seth Rogen movies. Like I've watched a few here and there. Like I've watched Superbad and I watched This Is the End. I'm not a huge fan of his humor. Like
This Is the End was the best.
I mean, like it was funny. Like maybe the first time around, and then like the second time, it's like okay, I'm done. But the night before, like it seems like the humor is a little more mature. Like as far as like relatively speaking, as far as Seth Rogen goes, it's a little more mature. And also Anthony Mackie's in it, so I'm excited for that. I love Anthony Mackie. And I think that's just about everything we'd be interested in. The Goosebumps movie with Jack Black is coming out.
It's already out.
Oh, it's already out. Okay.
Apparently it was good. I mean, Markiplier liked it.
Markiplier likes everything. Markiplier's a puppy.
Markiplier's supposed to be getting a puppy, but we don't know when.
Puppies only puppies. So, what next? Ruben's
One more thing, The Martian has person who plays Childish Gambino.
You mean Donald Glover?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Donald Glover in it, and it's a great movie. I did like The Martian. That's a good movie. What is with Matt Damon and being stranded places? Like, he was in Interstellar, being stranded somewhere, and now Matt Damon's stranded on Mars.
Wait, was Matt Damon in Interstellar? I thought that was Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey was the main person, but there was also Matt Damon.
Oh, Matt Damon. Okay.
Matt Damon was like one of the scientists that was on another planet that like.
Can you imagine like that being a thing on set? Like we need Matt on set. Like which one? The important one or no?
Oh, Matt Damon. Okay. Let's continue on. Ruben's Salty Surprise. Ruben. Okay, do we want to take the political route?
I don't know.
Do we want to take a political route? Ruben, how do you feel about Donald Trump?
The fucking hairy rat bastard, spray tan little shit. And when I say rat bastard, I mean motherfucker looks like a rat. This fucking asshole Okay, so like, have you seen the I forgot what it's called, the deport racism video?
Yeah,
Okay, wait, have you?
a little bit.
Okay, so basically, if you haven't seen that video, it's just a shitload, or just like a few Hispanics here, and a lot of like little Hispanic kids, literally saying "fuck you, Donald Trump," and with all good reason. And see, like, this is started up like a lot of controversy because like they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't have little kids like cursing in like propaganda and stuff like that." But like, I think it invokes a very like,
Powerful message.
for lack of better words, yes. Like if you go on and check out, like when I went to check out the video, it had 2 million likes and 12 million dislikes. Yep.
Wow.
People were not happy to see that shit. People were just not fucking down for that. And like, everybody's like, oh, it was such a bad thing to do, and it doesn't seem like the right approach, and people are gonna get really angry about it. But like, yeah, here we are talking about it. And I hate to be that, like, the idiot that says that, but here we are talking about it.
I mean, there's a lot of hate going around, and
most of it isn't uncalled for, honestly. Like, especially towards Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump doesn't have the fucking clue of what he's doing. He's trying to run the country like he's running a business, and that's not how that works. Like, as much as people think, oh, we gotta run it as a business so we can conserve as much money as we can, that's not how it fucking works, because there's people's lives on the line here. Like, this isn't just about, like, you getting as much of a profit you can. This is about people's lives at stake here. Just fucking... And Donald Trump has never lived for anyone but himself.
this is what I have to say about the issue.
To be a good leader, you have to have your followers in mind.
This is what I have to say about the issue. And I'm going to ask you, because a lot of people say that David Vitter is doing the same thing. Do you believe that Donald Trump is trying to profit off of what happened in Paris as a platform?
I definitely think he's using it as like as leverage for his political stance. I definitely think he's using it as leverage. He probably would try to market off of it in some way, shape, or form. He probably because again, Donald Trump is all about business. He's all about like making proposals and making deals, and it's not. And but all of these things are more about what he wants as opposed to what other people want. And that's what a lot of Republicans are like. They're very fixed on their own beliefs. And it's just, I don't think, I lost my train of thought. As for the things that happened in Paris and for all of the other victimized countries out there, I think it's a tragedy that what happened, but I don't want to say the United States shouldn't get involved, because there are reasons that, like the reason ISIS attacked France is because they have ties with the United States. And I can't say we shouldn't get involved because we're technically already involved.
We've been involved.
Exactly. So, if we need to take a stance on this, then yes, go right ahead, as long as it's for the right reasons. I believe that Donald Trump, if he takes action on this, it will not be for the right reasons.
All I'm going to say about the issue is I've been seeing a lot of people posting on Facebook, oh, don't allow refugees here, don't allow refugees there. I understand. Everyone's upset about that. I understand.
But see, like,
why.
I don't understand that. That's fucking bullshit. Like, these refugees are trying to escape ISIS. These are not people that are...
I was about to get to that. This is all I'm going to say about the issue, and then I'll let you continue on, because I know you want to rant. What I'm going to say about the issue is we should not let the actions of a radical extremist group be representative of an entire refugee thing. Because let's be honest, if we weren't at war with ISIS, and I'm talking to all the viewers and all the people that are watching this out there, if you haven't shut off already, if we weren't at war with ISIS, if we weren't like even involved in the Middle East at all, if we didn't even know ISIS existed, yet we had all these Syrian refugees coming over, would we still be, say the Paris thing did not even happen, would we really be this upset about them coming over? And the answer is fucking no. Because everyone is jumping on the bandwagon, they're focusing on one negative issue, they're focusing on and targeting an entire religion based on the actions of one extremist group that is taking their beliefs far too seriously and pushing for. I don't even know what they're fighting for.
It doesn't even have to do with beliefs anymore. At this point, they're just because.
As far as I'm concerned, ISIS is killing more Muslims.
You don't attack your own people if you're fighting for religion. Like that's my biggest thing. Like all these Syrian refugees are trying to find a safe haven, and one might argue like, oh, we can't let them in because if not, then ISIS is going to come looking for them. They're already looking for us. Like ISIS is already bringing the battle to us. So like, this isn't going to double the damage or anything. Like there's still negative consequences to be had.
Not to mention, there's still such a thing as domestic terrorism. This thing that happened in Paris, what people fail to realize, yes, they came over with the Syrian refugees, but what happened was these people were from France, went to Syria and Iraq, got their things together with Thing, keeping in contact with a mastermind that was in Paris, and then when they came back over and attacked, all the eyewitness accounts says that they weren't speaking Islamic, or maybe they were, maybe I missed something about that.
Islamic isn't a language, and Islamic isn't actually a word.
Arabic.
There we go.
I don't know if they were speaking Arabic, but what I do remember from reading a report, they were speaking French. They were speaking French, they were French speakers, they were domestic terrorists that were employed by ISIS.
And see, like this is a follow-up question to what you had about like if we weren't at war with ISIS and all this. On the flip side of that coin, if the refugees that were coming into the United States were Parisian, if they were French refugees, we probably would let them in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and this is the thing that pisses me off. Like, it's just all across the board racism.
And what they want to do, it's the same thing that happened in World War II whenever the Japanese attacked us. And that's what pisses me off the most.
It's like you think that a nation grows and expands and like learns about things like it's like that picture I showed you earlier. Like those who don't study history are doomed to make the same mistakes, and those who do study history are doomed to sit by as other people make the same mistakes.
And I'm also going to say this because I just had a flashback. In the city of Hungary, they were putting the Syrian refugees before the attacks and everything. They were putting the Syrian refugees in quote unquote waiting camps.
Sounds dangerously close to concentration camps.
That's what they were doing. They were putting them in waiting camps until they were able to do all through their security clearance. And America was giving people a lot of shit about that, if I remember correctly. And apparently that's what we want to do. Oh, you can't settle here. We don't want you in the state anymore. You have to get out. First of all,
and don't get us wrong. We're upset about
yes.
We're,
yes.
We're very much like impacted about like all this tragedy that's been going on. It's not that we don't sympathize. It's that just like we as a country, we as a nation are handling things in a very immature and just very ignorant way.
Coming from two millennials, we personally believe that, yes, we sympathize. We believe what happened was a bad thing. Genocide alone is bad, whether it's foreign terrorism or domestic terrorism. Any act of terrorism is bad and should not be tolerated. But seriously, we should stop persecuting people that probably have nothing to do with this.
Or people who are victimized by what's going on, like because they're just as much victims here as we are.
We had a lot of people that fled Germany, a lot of people fled Poland, a lot of people fled Italy and all that during World War II, and we gladly accepted them in. Why are we being so negative and angry towards this?
Because they're not white.
I don't even know if all the people that were coming over on Italy and the stuff were white. Let's be honest. Question of the day, but I don't want to touch on it anymore. Whatever happened to Ebola? We can talk about that next podcast. Whatever did happen to Ebola? We know that.
We quarantined Texas, remember?
Oh, God. Hi, Texas. No, but in all seriousness, I really hate that we got political. I openly told.
Yeah, we straight up said we weren't going to get political about this.
Yeah, like during our planning process, we're like, we shouldn't go political, and now
we probably pissed a lot of people off.
Oh, we probably pissed a lot of people.
We're probably going to piss some more people off with this next segment.
All right, let's bring up this next segment. We will be ending the show very soon, but we just have one more thing we need to bring up, and that is
Caitlyn Jenner. So apparently, in the news, in the last couple of days? Yeah, today's the 18th.
Well, yeah, but let's give a big overview for people who aren't already aware.
For those of you who've been living under a rock.
Yeah, Bruce Jenner was a man,
and now Caitlyn Jenner is a woman.
And now he's Caitlyn Jenner, and he is a woman. And I mean, like I said,
you know, props to her. Like
I said, I am someone who's all for gender equality. If you don't feel comfortable in your own body and you have the right to change it, it's your body. Don't let anyone tell you what you can do, famous or not famous. You want to change who you are, change who you are. I don't care. I'm just glad that you're comfortable enough to do this in your own body. But I think people are giving her either A, way too much shit, or 2, way too many accomplishments. Because I can understand, this was a man who was a former Olympic runner.
I don't.
He was a former gold medalist. We'll say that he was a former gold medalist. And then he was involved with the Kardashians, and now he's a woman. He is now a she. And like I said, I'm okay with that. I mean, like I said, people are giving a shit about it, but like I said, I don't care. Bruce changing into Caitlyn is not going to affect my life.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing is that a lot of people are saying that a lot of people assume that it will affect their life. And like me, I'm gonna be like completely honest with you guys. I'm very ambiguous about the whole like LGBTQ plus community. Like I don't personally feel affected by it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I'm not gonna fight it because people are gonna do what they're gonna do, and you just got to be okay with that.
As someone who is an optimistic supporter of the LGBTQ community, I agree. I agree with Ruben's statement. Like I said, he doesn't feel like he needs to fight it, but he's not exactly gonna go out of his way to support it. Me, I was the person that changed myself to a rainbow flag as soon as gay marriage was legalized in the United States because that was a big, huge step in progressive legislation, and I really like that. I'm glad that we were going progressive. But ever since what has been happening and arising now, I believe we're now regressing back to the 1960s.
I'm trying to find that news article that I found earlier because Facebook decided to reset on me.
Well, as far as I remember, there was a news article that a woman who...
No, it was her husband.
Her husband...
I'm guessing her widower.
Yeah, she received... Basically, there was this woman who received the Woman of the Year award because her husband was a...
No. It was because she was in the army for... What was it? I can't remember. What was it? Here on.
Well, anyway, there was a woman who won Woman of the Year award for her many accomplishments in the military.
And apparently her husband returned the Woman of the Year award because they had given it to Caitlyn Jenner in this past year.
Which does not make any sense.
Basically, that suggested if Caitlyn Jenner is getting this Woman of the Year award, then this award means nothing to me anymore.
Which is stupid. I mean, like I said, do I believe Caitlyn Jenner should have won Woman of the Year award? I don't know. I don't know what other great accomplishments other women have had. I mean, I know there are some people that...
It also all depends on how you define an accomplishment. Like,
yeah.
Personally, I don't think... me personally, I don't think that, discovering that you are a woman and going and following through with that and like going through the operation and stuff like that, that's not really... It's a very personal accomplishment. Like, I will give you that much. Like props to you, Caitlyn, for finding that out about yourself and owning it the way you did. But I don't think it's something that everybody needs to like laud you for. Like that you just become a public figure about it all over again. Um, God damn it, where is it? Anyway, um, but on the flip side of that coin, I really don't understand why people are just so like negative about this. Like it doesn't affect them in any way, shape, or form in their lives. Like to say that giving this award to Caitlyn Jenner affects the value of that award is a stretch.
Yeah.
It's one hell of a stretch, and I'm not trying to take that award away from her, not at all. But it just seems to me that people are so like stuck in their own minds that they can't imagine anything outside of what they believe to be the norm. And this is me speaking as a sociologist. There's no such thing as normal. Like what we believe and perceive to be normal is on us. Like me, I grew up thinking that I was the weirdest kid on the planet. Like, because that's what people told me. I was convinced that like I was the weird one, that I just like did not fit in any crowd. And then I realized I don't want to fit in any crowd because people. I don't like the way normality is. What's the word? Is emphasized in society, and that's why I got into sociology. I think.
What I'm going to do is I'm once again going to touch real quick on the subject of the award. Like I said, you said the whole award is a stretch. Like I said.
Not necessarily that the award is a stretch.
No. I know what you mean. Like I said, the fact that Caitlyn Jenner winning this award is going to devalue the award.
Yeah, that whole concept,
that's what I'm saying.
That whole concept is like a stretch at best.
Yes, and what I want to touch on that is think about the Oscars. Just because every single year, the always talented, you know where I'm going with this.
Leo?
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leo's our boy.
Leo is our boy. The always talented, just because, like I said, just because Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't win an Oscar any year, that doesn't make the Oscar any less of a great achievement. I mean, to be honest, it's incredibly biased in my opinion, but
I mean, part of it has to do with the fact that the Oscars are very much it's kind of like a boys' club. That's basically what the Academy is. It's a boys' club.
well, then how they select who the women of the award? It's the same thing. It's an Academy Award.
It's them trying to look progressive.
Exactly.
It's a cheap attempt at them trying to look progressive, and the whole Leo not winning the award thing. It's not because he's not a talented actor. It's because these majority old white men are selecting what they personally think has more value, and unfortunately, Leo DiCaprio is not on that list. Particularly because they're old white conservative men. If this was a room full of old white conservative women, Leo would have won years ago.
Yes.
And that's not me trying to make a crack at anyone, but where were we going with this?
I mean, basically, the plane I was trying to go with it is just because Leonardo didn't win an award doesn't mean the award is devalued in any way. Just because Caitlyn Jenner won this award doesn't mean that the award is devalued in any way. Like I said, she came out, she got a sex change. Okay, cool.
Go you. And go you to anyone else who has gone through something similar. Because that's another thing I wanted to touch on. Okay, so this whole thing has been like this huge, like, I don't know if you want to call it a big story or if you want to call it a scandal, whatever tickles you. But the thing is, the fact that people are making such a big deal out of it is making it even harder to take trans people seriously, to take transgender people seriously, because once you like blow something out of proportion like that, the next time somebody else tries to do it, it's going to be like, oh wow, that's such a big deal. Is that no? it's a big deal for that person, but it's not something to go public about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a big deal for someone to discover who they are and all that, but like it's not something to like. It's their business. It's their business. Personally,
I have someone that I know personally who's going through the said transformation. She wants to be identified as a male. Shout out to this person. I'm gonna make you watch this podcast. Shout out to you for going through your transformation. I completely support you in everything that you do. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to feel comfortable in your body. It's your body. It's your choice. Whatever you do with your body, don't let anyone else give you shit for something that you want to do, because personally, it's none of their goddamn business. If I wanted to be a woman, I don't. I'm perfectly happy being a male. But if I wanted to be a woman, then hell, I want my family to support me in my endeavor. I want my family to.
And like that's the thing, you want acceptance, but you don't want people to make a big deal out of it.
Exactly.
You don't want people giving you shit about it, but you also don't want people like hoisting you up on your shoulders and be like, "Yeah, you're a man, you're a woman now. Go you."
I personally believe what I would want, and I'm sure this is what that my same friend wants. She wants to go up to people, introduce herself as her male counterpart, and people just say, "Okay,
cool."
Yeah. And I mean, that's just what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm hearing from my other friend that this particular friend wants to be called by a certain name, so I'm going to start calling him by that name now. And I'm just being incredibly progressive, and I'm being incredibly, supportive of her decision to become a man.
And so, like, that's the thing. It's
a male.
Like, everybody, like, I've seen, like, a whole bunch of tabloids treating this as a publicity stunt, and that, personally, that sickens me.
Yeah.
That fucking sickens me. Like you're not gonna go through a sex change operation for a goddamn publicity stunt. Like that's bullshit.
You're doing this because you want to feel comfortable.
Exactly.
With who you are.
However,
the fact that
it goes back right to what I said before. Like no one's gonna take the trans community seriously if that story becomes like the big deal.
Exactly. So I mean, okay, that's all we want to touch on. Like I said, okay, Caitlyn Jenner's was a man, now a woman. Cool, awesome. We need to promote more gender equality. We shouldn't be over enthusing and boasting about people that are coming out. We should just let them do it at their own pace and treat them as we would any normal human being.
The whole Caitlyn Jenner thing happening is just proof that people aren't ready. Like heteronormative people aren't ready for something like this to be the norm.
Yeah. And that sucks. We're in 2015. We should be more progressive. This ain't the goddamn 60s. And that's going to be my thing I'm going to be pushing all throughout this whole we don't want Muslim refugees thing. This is all I'm going to be pushing through anything that people don't support LGBTQ. This isn't the 60s. We're in 2015. It's time we actually showed some goddamn progression.
Grow the fuck up.
Exactly. All right, and that is it.
Wow, we ended up on a really dark tone here.
Yes, we did, but
maybe we should just keep going for a little bit, just
no.
like
no. We're like I said, we're pushing the envelope here. I'm sure a lot of people are shut off because they just got tired of hearing us.
Yeah.
So, for those of you that did stay, for those of you who saw the end, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for putting up with us.
Thank you for putting up with us. I will probably have one more podcast before I go to Disney.
From then on, we're probably going to be like making our separate podcasts.
I mean, I'm sure I'll find a way to Skype it and make it work. It just won't be a video cast. It will just be audio, which we will upload onto Ruben's SoundCloud. Ruben, what is your SoundCloud?
Oh, fucking. Okay, so here's the thing. I personally have been like writing my own stuff, like as far as music. So far I've just got like raw lyrics and melody, but hopefully I'll be able to get like actual tracks on there. If you guys want to follow me, what is my SoundCloud? Shit. That's disappointing.
It's gonna be in the description below.
Yeah.
We'll put that in.
Yeah,
That's gonna
go
be in the
ahead.
description.
Yeah, my SoundCloud is gonna be in the description. Like, do you have any plugs you want to do?
I will be uploading gaming videos. I have some up there of me and Ruben when he came over. We did Daisy. We did One Finger Death Punch.
And that's just about all we did.
Yeah, and then he had to go, and then he's now refusing to come back out to Luling
Because as I was leaving his house, I got into a wreck.
with a Chevy.
Goddamn Chevy. Fuck Chevy.
With the Suburban.
So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy this, please go ahead and hit that like button at the bottom. Be sure to subscribe to Half-Ass Gaming, even though most of the stuff we've done is podcasts.
Like I said, but gaming stuff will be happening. I will be doing some stuff. I'm trying to get some stuff together. If he can get Minecraft on his laptop, I might actually start a Minecraft series. Why don't you want to do Minecraft? God damn it. Okay, well, we'll figure out something we can play together. I mean, I'm sure we can find an online game that's fun for the both of us.
Town of Salem.
Town of Salem? Yeah,
Town of Salem.
we can actually do Town of Salem. We might actually do Town of Salem tonight.
We could do that. You want to go and do that right now?
I mean, we could. Might as well.
Sure.
Alright, so, once again, thank you so much for watching. We will be back whenever we're back. We're really bad at making podcasts.
We are too bad at making podcasts.
But,
I should upload some, like, cover videos or something. What do you want, Ricky? What do you want, dick? Fucking dick!
Well, till next time, see ya.
Bye, guys.